promised we were going to be back soon with another video. So we put our little brains together and we knew we wanted to do like another MCU video. So we thought of what sort of got people's minds going. But we came up with the idea of 10 things we really want to see in Phase 4 of the MCU. So obviously, it's just Phase 3 has just ended.
Yeah, I think we're going to be getting a lot of different things from Phase 4.
They haven't really disclosed much.
I think it is time for some new characters.
Definitely. They've been very secretive and they haven't given much away. I mean, the post and mid-credit scene to SpiderMan was so good.
Yeah.
I think that's just a glimpse of what we've got to come. But yes, we've just like done a mix of stuff. They're not just villains or heroes.
It's just general things that we want to see from characters introduced to maybe storylines and even big picture stuff.
Definitely.
Just where is the MCU going to go
some
from here?
New dynamics between some of the heroes we love and know, and then some of the new ones we're going to be getting to know soon, and that we already have like ideas of from the comics, really, because that's where obviously all the material originally most does come from. So I think that's what we've gone back to for this video. We've gone and looked at that and been like, what do we think will come across well?
The people at Marvel are being a little bit more brave with the characters they're introducing now, with some of the films that have kind of been hinted at or planned. So I'm very excited to see where it's going to go. For them to take some risks. So I think we should just go on and get straight into it. You're going to go first, haven't you? I'm going to go first, yeah. So number one, to kick it off, we've gone for quite a minor thing, Taskmaster.
Exactly.
Which has been kind of hinted, but not yet confirmed by Marvel themselves.
But you've sort of put this in.
To be the main antagonist in Black Widow.
Solo film, which...
Yeah, we've seen from some like set photos taken by like paparazzi.
Exactly.
Of a villain wearing Taskmaster's colours and with like a mask, and it looks like he's got like a hood. I think he would be an awesome villain to see. Like, who doesn't want to see someone who can fight anyone?
That's the thing. I think with Black Widow, you have to keep it.
And it needs to be kind of like quite low stakes.
Well, I know they're putting Shang-Chi into one of the new Phase 4 films, but I think Taskmaster for Black Widow is perfect. Someone that she actually, because she's so intelligent. I don't think we haven't got this from some of the films.
It's not, because obviously she's so skilled at fighting, but this is going to be a guy she can't beat like one-to-one, hand-to-hand combat. So she's going to like have to use her wits, which we are kind of starting to see. Well, they killed her off. But we did kind of start to see her like intelligence in Endgame.
Yeah, and because Taskmaster, he literally can watch his opponent end within seconds. He's got his like photographic memory, and he's got these reactions where he can just mimic. So I think that's going to really throw her off.
Obviously, she has a history of like assassins, like Bucky Barnes as Winter Soldier. So this would be like kind of, they could just introduce him as maybe like another assassin that she's encountered. Yeah,
it will be interesting to see, and I hope you're right. I hope that is the antagonist and the villain, because that would be.
Otherwise it's just a random guy in a mask. Like, what's that about?
Yeah. So, number 2, we've gone for something quite generic. We're putting out there young Avengers, the new sort of breed of superheroes that we're going to start seeing. Because obviously, the Avengers, as we know, it's over. Well, we saw in Far From Home, SpiderMan, is he going to step up to the role? It looks like he is. To try and fill in Tony's shoes in a way.
It's kind of like, it would be really fitting just to see this kind of new generation inspired by the Avengers, because we've not really seen it other than Spider-Man. We've not seen anyone like younger be kind of like, I want to be like them. And it would be nice, like not like a young Avengers film. I think like that would be pretty boring, but just to see some of the characters come in, maybe like a Kate Bishop type, like involve Hawkeye's daughter that we kind of got teased at the start of that game.
And you can use Hawkeye, you can use Sam as the new Captain America to help nurture these new heroes. It would be a
nice way to kind of keep the old Avengers involved.
Yeah.
And also kind of be like a passing of the mantle.
Exactly. So it's not like we're not going to sell Avengers like whatever for.
And I mean, like young Avengers are kind of like heavily involved in a lot of the comic storylines. They're kind of, they can look down on by the actual Avengers as being like, they're just kids, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're getting themselves into trouble.
And they make mistakes, and then that leads to disasters and stuff, like in the Civil War kind of comics. So that'd be really interesting just to see like kind of a new dynamic of these superheroes who know everything now having to train these other guys and kind of it'll be like more of like a Tony Stark to Peter kind of
and just seeing
mentoring
like
kind of role.
having a few people coming from different backgrounds and a bit more diverse and people with different powers you haven't seen before, and in the future you might have another new Avengers team, but it would be nice just to introduce them and train some people with talents that we've said have been in the comics.
Yeah.
And even Cassie.
Yeah.
Stepping into sort of the Ant-Man sort of world and stepping up.
Definitely.
She's older now, so she could start to
love
take a bit
that
more
girl,
responsibility. So
for number 3, I think a character that has been a lot of speculation around, Namor, the Submariner, I think would be really interesting to bring in as that kind of a villain type. Maybe you do like an arc of him coming kind of like the anti-hero. But definitely bring him in as this kind of antagonist. Maybe in Black Panther, I think is sort of like what people are trying to... That's what most of the speculation is, that he will be the villain for Black Panther 2, which could be quite interesting because he is like really powerful. So it'd be a bit more of a challenge for Black Panther. Obviously he's got way different powers to Black Panther, so that'd be another interesting thing rather than seeing like another really similar martial arts
like
kind of
Killmonger.
thing. Yeah.
But that was one of the criticisms of Black Panther, the first film.
Yeah.
But I think if you bring in Namor, you could just sort of use it, bring him in as looks like a villain, and then towards the end of the film, you could then introduce him as sort of an anti-hero.
Maybe he has his own agenda. Maybe it's not necessarily bad. Maybe he's being manipulated by something.
It was hinted at. You think it's quite subtly, but I think I picked it up.
I think it was
away.
quite subtle in Endgame.
The undersea earthquake.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
A lot of people are saying that the line between Natasha and Okoye about the under the sea earthquake was a hint or reference to Namor.
And also in the comics, he caused a massive tsunami, big wave that killed Wakandans. That could be potentially a really good introduction to the Black Panther sequel, and that's how you could introduce their sort of him as a villain. I think that'd be very good. And his costume would be sick, I think. And just
man walking around in speedos.
No, but we haven't seen. We saw Aquaman, but that's DC. But we haven't seen that side of the MCU. It's a whole thing about the world's like not 80% water. We haven't seen that.
I think obviously we're getting a lot of space-based adventures, but it might be nice just to expand on Earth as well. I mean, we've not actually seen that much of Wakanda.
No.
We saw
just this capital.
Some of Black Panther, but even in Black Panther they went elsewhere. And then we just kind of saw a lot of fields in Endgame and
some
things.
Cool rhinos. But in number 4, forgive me for saying this, it's the Fantastic Four. You couldn't help yourself. You forced me to put it in as that number.
It's brilliant.
Just wait.
How weird would it be if like at number 5, Fantastic Four? No, it doesn't work.
Wait until later. It gets much worse. Trust me.
It's much better.
But yeah, so Fantastic Four, obviously, so they've had their own films before, but they've never quite found the balance between the comedy side and then the serious side of it, and it's always sort of flopped. But I think they could really work with the MCU. I
definitely think if the MCU like finally got their hands on them, they could do them justice, I think. But I definitely think it would be really interesting to see, especially with the kind of dynamic of the MCU now. With the absence of Tony Stark, we've kind of lost that brilliant mind. Other than Bruce Banner, there's no one there to fill the place.
Like a genius.
And I really think that Reed Richards could kind of take over that role and be like the science guy of the MCU from now on. And also just like they're such fun characters. Like it's a superhero family, something we haven't seen in the MCU before.
They work so well. They balance off each other. We haven't seen these sort of powers, and then it brings in a whole new world of different villains. And I think they would work very well alongside the Avengers. They wouldn't join the Avengers. They just work. They'd be there, and they wouldn't.
They could be there in the big events. At number 5, linking to number 4, Doctor Doom. I mean,
big shoes to fill.
I really want to see Doctor Doom done properly. We've seen him in the Fantastic Four films twice now. Both times he's been really underwhelming. He's just a guy in a mask that, I honestly can't even remember what his... I think it's like electric, his powers in the films, which is just such like a downgrade of
generic
like Doctor Doom is like this really formidable force in the comics, and I think I want to see the Fantastic Four, and I don't want to see Doctor Doom as the main antagonist in that.
No.
I think build Doctor Doom as kind of the Loki type villain of the MCU. So like he's more of like a returning big threat kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not on the scale of like Thanos or anyone like that, but that kind of mid to like high like ratio.
I think the only person that would be on Thanos' level in the Fantastic Four would be someone like Galactus.
Yeah,
but they're not going to do that yet.
I think we're not going to get something like Thanos again, but definitely on par with Loki in the sense that he is like threatening a whole city.
At number 6, which I was not looking forward to.
This is when it gets better.
Don't make me say it.
Gets better. Say it.
Sinister 6.
Sinister 6 at number 6.
At number 6. It is such an idiot.
Sounds like bingo.
So we've got SpiderMan going, now we've seen these post-credit scenes, we think he's going to have another sort of, he's going to end this on a trilogy, so he's going to have another film where it's going to be slightly darker.
I think it's going to be like a
double
they'll
trilogy.
end on like a, they'll do like the high school trilogy and then go on to like the college adult trilogy.
And I don't think he's going to go to college, let's be honest, but I think that's when they
like,
can then bring in...
like the next step,
They can then look at bringing in MCU's version of the Sinister Six. Obviously we've seen Vulture, we've had a glimpse of Scorpion. Which
we've had Shocker as well, very minor villain, but I think that'd be pretty interesting. But I think one of the villains I really want to see, and probably I want to see in the next Spider-Man solo film, is Kraven the Hunter. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think we're getting these really kind of more unusual Spider-Man villains now with Vulture and Mysterio. I think Kraven's definitely the right route to go because I don't want to see like Green Goblin again. He's been done. And
we've seen Dr. Octopus several times.
I mean, I actually think Dr. Octopus would be really interesting to see in the MCU against Peter Parker because I think now that Tony's gone, Peter Parker's kind of trying to look for that next role model. He looked for it in Mysterio, and I think bring in Dr. Octopus maybe in another film, not as the villain, but as his kind of science mentor, which is what I'm talking about when he goes on to the next stage of adulthood. Kraven the Hunter would be so cool to do because it's like he is a villain that can go toe to toe with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome to see. Tom Holland himself has expressed interest in seeing Kraven the Hunter, so hopefully he has like a little bit.
Fingers crossed, that'd be very good.
But yeah, definitely I think, and that is such an easy way to bring in the MCU's own Sinister Six, not like maybe a comic accurate one. So we kind of got teased at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that fucking went nowhere. So, in at number 7, no pun on this one. It's just Adam Warlock.
just Adam Warlock.
Just Adam Warlock.
I mean, it's probably the one I'm most excited about, but
yeah, so number 7, Adam Warlock. Bit disappointed there's no pun. We've been waiting so long to get another hint at him. I'm starting to think that wasn't even Adam Warlock in the fucking cocoon. What's going on there?
You saw that with Alicia with the cocoon with creating
I
this
was
sort
like,
of like
God, we're getting Adam Warlock. Like,
celestial sort of being.
We haven't seen him. I haven't seen him at all.
He's going to make an entrance.
They need to use him before people forget about that.
And we said they're either going to use it in Guardians or Captain Marvel.
I think, actually, I think that's both very good because I think if the next Guardians film does involve Thor, I think that's someone who can kind of hold his own against Adam Warlock because he is so powerful. He'd overpower the Guardians straight away. So it'd be cool to see like Thor and Adam Warlock fight, and then maybe Adam Warlock turn into kind of like switch sides, maybe bring in another villain.
Yes, obviously in Captain Marvel, she was against Jon Rogg and the Kree, and they weren't as equally matched to her powers now. So if in her second film she's going to be completely overpowered if it's against anyone less than
we definitely need to see someone who can go up against her because she's just flying through ships at the moment.
Yeah.
Need to bring it down a peg or two in mind.
Yeah, definitely. I think Adam Warlock in Captain Marvel or Guardians would be so good, and you get this sort of space, you get all the new colours that we can start to see.
Yeah, I think Adam Warlock's kind of powers would really fit in with the Guardians' like colour scheme.
All the cinematography, the music score as well, I think. Be quite interesting with him to see how he sort of contrasts against Peter Quill.
Yeah, because I think Adam Warlock is this very like serious character, so it might bring a nice balance to the Guardian films to have this kind of humour and seriousness battling each other.
But yeah, we know he's definitely going to turn up. They can't just forget him, but it's going to be interesting to see who they get cast as him as well. Okay, so at number 8 we have Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill. I really want to see this character.
Also been hinted at, like some of the other
there was an Easter egg for Beta Ray Bill in Ragnarok. Yeah, on Sakaar, one of the towers that has like
where Hulk
faces
lived,
of previous
champions.
champions, and Beta Ray Bill's face is just tucked in there.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be such an interesting character to see in possible 4-4. 4-4. 4-4. To say they shouldn't call it that. No one's going to want to go see that.
We'll just message Kevin Feige now.
Yeah. No, I think it would be really interesting to bring in because he's one of the only other characters. Well, actually, in the comics, there's a lot of characters that can lift Mjolnir, but in the MCU, we've obviously only got 4, and then
Captain
America.
May he rest in peace.
We don't know he's dead.
Well,
he's just
far
fucking
from
old.
Far from home, he was in the. So.
Yeah, because he's old. No one knows Captain America's an old guy now.
Okay.
Just shut up. But yeah, he can, like, in the comics, and hopefully if they introduce him in the film, he can lift Mjolnir, which isn't in the MCU anymore, but he could maybe just pick up Stormbreaker and have a fight with Thor. I think it'd be really interesting.
Stormbreaker, like, yeah, you could.
Yeah, I just think it would be really interesting to see this such different character. Like, he's completely species. Like, obviously, I don't know how they do it with all the CGI, but if they can do Professor Hulk, hopefully they could do Beta Ray Bill. We could get potentially in another Thor film just Thor going off on an adventure, maybe just discovering new stuff. Yeah, maybe he goes and chills on a planet with Beta Ray Bill and then they fight some bad guys
together. That'd be
just
so.
A nice little road trip.
There's action set pieces in that. They'd be amazing. You could just tell they'd be so good. Then they'd have to be up against someone mental, like those two together, wouldn't they? That would be someone like.
Yeah, I'm sure there's someone.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm gonna get my hopes up,
but no, I definitely want to see Beta Ray Bill just because I loved him in World War Hulk, and we kind of missed that opportunity in Ragnarok. So hopefully they'll bring him in at some point. In at number 9, a little bit of a quirky one, but something I think we're definitely going to get: Star Fox.
Dun dun dun.
The most ridiculous name in the world.
Name.
Just it's not intimidating at all, is it? I'm really interested for this Eternals film actually because. I don't know how separate it's going to be to the rest of the MCU. If it's set before Endgame and Infinity War, you could even potentially get a little cameo from Thanos.
Yeah, I think if it's after, you can't just completely ignore the fact that he did kill half of every living thing on the universe.
Yeah.
You can't ignore that. So I think if they have to reference it, it'd be good to have Star Fox lingering around. And you could see his reaction really, and because it was his brother, I know they obviously were fighting against each other, but it's like...
Yeah. But definitely, I think just an interesting kind of thing to play on there.
Thanos' legacy would sort of live on in his brother in a way.
Yeah.
So we couldn't forget it, which I think would be quite good.
Number 10, the big spot on the list.
The big spot.
Double digits.
I mean, they're not in order, but this is number 10.
This is the biggest
The last
one.
thing we're talking about,
the most exciting thing.
I think everyone's probably going to know what this is, because it's the only thing we haven't spoken about.
Secret Invasion! Boom, nailed
obviously.
It took us like 10 turns.
That was a really shit high five, so again. That really hurt. Okay.
So, back on track.
Secret Invasion.
I
Probably
mean,
the biggest thing we're just so excited for. After Far From Home, they have to do it. They have to.
If they don't,
I'm going to go and chain myself outside.
I will be so disappointed because
Marvel Studios.
I really thought when they did that twist of the Skrulls being actually good guys in Captain Marvel, I was like, oh, they can't do it. They kind of fucked up Skrull Invasion. But now there's like a whole army of Skrulls in space with Nick Fury. There's bound to be a couple guys up there who are bad eggs.
And they might be down on Earth. We don't know.
Already? Yeah, we don't know how long. Maybe. So yeah. So spoiler alert. Talos being on Earth, we don't know if he is the only Skrull. Obviously, we know he's got his little partner with him, but there could be
his
a whole
wife.
Group. You don't know they're married.
It is his wife.
Aliens do not have.
He's got a daughter and a wife.
He's got a daughter and a partner.
It's his wife.
But aliens don't have the same marriage and
How do you
labels.
know? Are you an alien? I'm going to respect their relationship.
Maybe I'm a Skrull. Talos with his supposed wife are on Earth. We don't know if there's more Skrulls on Earth just lingering about, having a good time. maybe they're up to something sinister. We don't know.
But I think we think it's going to be hinted at. So they're going to have the end phase 4.
I think we'll get all the way through phase 4, then we'll see a kind of like a a little reveal like we did with Thanos at the end of Avengers 1.
Like oh shit, like moment when you're
we'll get
fuck,
that kind of, like something will happen significant. Maybe like, you know, at the end of For the Dark World, where Loki is disguised as Odin talking to Thor, and then as Thor walks away, he changes back into Loki. Something like that, like a major character turning into a Skrull. Basically, I want to see evil Skrulls trying to kill everybody.
Just going mental, just popping up everywhere.
Top of my list.
In the government, in like...
Yeah.
Well, they might bring in sword as opposed to shields. So they might
I think that might be what Nick Fury is doing up in space. I think he's starting off sword.
And the Skrulls might as opposed to Hydra, it might be the Skrulls that sort of like get into
yeah,
sword.
That's a good idea. You are useful.
I've got a brain somewhere. Even if like 6 or 7 of those things happen, I'll be happy. Cause I think half of them probably won't.
Realistically, I think we'll probably get 1.
I think there's a few solid suggestions in there that everyone's throwing around. We'll see, but you can't ever guess.
These are like things we want to see. Predictions. If we're right, then I want credit.
Oh yeah, we want to be famous if we're correct. We said these first. Just drop this in at the end as a little note. We're going away on Sunday to Spain together for a little
España.
A little break. España. Like a little vlog and stuff, so we can keep you updated on what we're doing.
Yeah, might do a little video out there if we're inspired.
So we'll try and get some videos up, but we'll post this and then
stay tuned for the España travels.
To the España. Friends, Cafe for Nerds on tour.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back and watching. And leave some comments below if you want to see more videos and if you want to see certain things.
You know, just give us a little like and subscribe because it really helps.
I know.
Please. I'm begging.
We're begging. But yeah, so we will see you soon. We hope you're all good and thank you for watching and
adios.
Excelsior.